Good morning, everyone. Miss Ashley here, and I am here to talk to you about today's Tween craft kit. We are making kind of a DIY version of a sun catcher. Hopefully we can catch a little bit of the sun that's around on these dreary winter days. Inside your kit, you're going to find a whole bunch of supplies this time around. You are going to find a bunch of different coloring patterns. So you're going to want to choose your favorite one of those as we get going, but let's go through the list of supplies first. You're also going to find a paper towel. It's going to do double duty today. It's going to kind of serve as a placemat, and it's also going to serve as something to collect a little bit of the oil that we use throughout the project. Also going to find one of our Teen Space pens, yours to keep. Going to find a mason jar ring. Going to find a little bit of vegetable oil and a cotton ball. You really don't need much. I know it looks like there's kind of a tiny bit in there, but it's more than enough, trust me. And then you are going to find a piece of string. Okay. Now from your supplies at home, you're going to want to gather some scissors, your favorite kind of glue. I'm not really sure what the best is to use. I'm going to go with like just a plain old clear school glue. We'll see how it goes. And then I used washable markers when I started this project, and I have done kind of a quick test run. They do work well, so I would suggest using these, but if not, I have heard that watercolor markers, plain watercolor paints, and even kind of colored pencils will work well for you as well. I don't think crayons will. I think the tips would be too hard to color in the design, but you're welcome to give it a shot. Okay, so to get started, let's set some of these aside here. To get started though, you are going to want to color your design. Now I have chosen one, so if you haven't done that step yet, there we go. If you haven't done that step yet, definitely pause, find your favorite design, and you'll notice when I colored mine, I didn't go all the way to the edge of the design. You don't need to, not for the purposes of this craft, because you're only going to want to fill the space that you would see, there it is, inside your mason jar ring. So you don't need to color the whole design. Save yourself some time, okay? So get coloring, good spot to pause the video, and then come back to me when you're ready. But if you have colored your entire design and are ready to roll, and we're a step ahead of me, awesome, we can keep going with our craft. So grab your pen, okay, and you're going to kind of push that paper towel to the side just for a second. Grab your mason jar ring. Now I would suggest tracing it around the bigger edge, the outside bigger edge of your ring, not the inside. I think it's going to be a little bit easier if we do the outside. That way the picture will fit a little better inside the ring when we go to glue, okay? So go ahead, find a good spot to trace. I think that will work. Maybe. There we go. Uh-oh. I have discovered that I probably should have colored just a little bit more of my design. I can't quite see it, but I am actually going to pause my video here, color a little bit more, and then I'll come back to you because my mason jar ring was slightly bigger than I expected. So I will be back. Okay, so I think I've gotten all of mine colored that I wanted to color in. It's a bit more colorful now, but I still didn't need to go all the way to the edge. Okay, so now is the time when you set your coloring utensils aside and you grab your cotton ball and the oil, both of which were inside your kit. Okay, so carefully open up that oil. We don't want to get it everywhere. Okay, I know it looks like a teeny tiny little amount, but I promise you don't need much. Now when you put the oil on your on your page. You don't want to soak it through. In fact, you really kind of only want a little bit. So don't soak your whole cotton ball. You just kind of want just a touch of oil on there. Okay, so dip it in and make sure you get the whole space where your color is. Make sure you get the whole space inside of the circle that you traced. And go ahead, give it a shot. Now your colors shouldn't run, neither should the pen that you used to make your circle with. All the oil does is kind of give your paper a transparent effect when you put it up to the window. Okay, I've got mine all set. I don't know if you can't really see it on camera, but hold your paper up and you can kind of look through almost and see where you put your oil. Definitely gives your paper a different effect, right? So grab that paper towel and you're gonna kind of fold it in half and smoosh up a little bit of that excess oil. And hopefully you'll be able to get at least some of it onto your paper towel. I'm even gonna tear mine apart. Yeah, that's better. Try to dab some of that up best as we can. That's why it's important not to completely douse your paper. Okay. Set that aside. All right. So now grab your scissors. You hopefully can still see your circle that you traced with your mason jar ring. I can certainly see mine. Go ahead and cut on the very inside of that circle. There we go. Oh, I love the colors I chose. Okay. Set our scrap aside. Now grab your ring, and you want to set it down so that the lip of your ring is down on the table. Okay. Make sure your paper, oh, mine's just a touch too big, fits inside that ring. If it doesn't, go ahead and trim it up just a touch. My luck, I'll probably have to do this a couple times, but I would rather keep trimming than accidentally cut off too much paper. Okay. That should help. Still just a hair too wide. Oh my goodness. I called that one. Let's see. Nope. Trying to only get the spots where I think it might be a touch too big. Oh. Almost there. So when you put your paper down in, you don't want to have that ripple effect going on. That's what I've got over here. You want it to lie as flat as it possibly can without falling all, there we go, I got it. Without falling all the way through your mason jar. Okay, let's take that paper back out. Grab your glue. And you're going to put some all the way around the inside lip of your mason jar ring. You don't want to put too much that it squishes out, but you definitely want enough so that when it dries, it will hold your paper. Okay. Going for a happy medium here. We'll see how I did. Now when you put your paper down, make sure that your color side is facing out. If that doesn't happen, no worries. Kind of smoothing my finger around the inside, making sure my paper sticks to the glue. Okay, when you flip it over, you should be able to see any spots where your paper might not be quite pressed all the way down. Okay, all right, final step. So you're gonna grab your string and figure out how you want to attach it to your mason jar ring. I thought I'd kind of try to tie it all the way around. See how this goes. If it works, then I'll show you what I did. Okay. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, so what I did was, look at the edge, I just looped my string all the way around the outside, okay, and just tied a knot on the top here, and then to make a little bit of a hook so that you can hang it, just gonna tie a quick little knot on the top. There we go. And ta-da! My DIY sun catcher. So I'm definitely gonna go hang this in front of the window and see how it looks. And I hope you had some fun with me and enjoy your sun catcher as well. If you've got any old mason jar rings lying around at home, I know they're kind of tough to find during the pandemic, but if you've got any, you've got some extra coloring sheets inside your kit, you can definitely make a couple more. Okay, so talk to you soon, everyone. Bye.